Hello and welcome to another YouTube video from me. Today I'm just going to be talking about the WCML 5 update and the new route announced by Just Trains, which is West Coast Main Line Over Shap. This is from Preston, as we are now on the video, to Carlisle. So I thought, going up to Edinburgh, we're going via the West Coast Main Line over Shap, and I thought I'd get a bit of footage and just show what it is. There's a few sites along the way. We're starting off here in Preston. I'm pretty sure most of you will know Preston quite well from Blackpool branches. A slight change of rolling stock from the sets, what is it, 1980s, 1970s of the Over Shap. We're on an 802 on this one, with TPE. Yeah, we're a few years later now. That's the route set back in BR days in the 1990s, I believe it was. So we're here in Preston at the moment. The video is going to skip to when we're leaving in a moment. It was a very busy train. Leaving Preston, there's no landmarks on this side really. I sat on this side for a very good reason you'll see later. I might say after this actually, but on the other side you've got a big church, like a very big church, which is a graded building, and there was something else. I think it was a factory. There's a factory. It's quite well known around the area. There was a fella who did a good video on Train Sim World on the Blackpool branches, just going up the line slightly up to we're using like free roam, and I can't remember what it was called, but if I find that video again, I'll put it in the comments or the description. It was actually quite a good video. So we just coming out of Preston here now. I'm pretty sure in the route there's going to be some sidings around here. I think they're sidings. Oh no, they're not. I don't think. I think that's West Coast Main Line. Hang on. Let it fast forward a bit. This was a few days ago when I filmed this. No, it's the main line. Okay. I'm pretty sure there's a few sidings there. There's a few sidings on the other side as well, which is used by Northern. Just going under that underbridge there. There's not much really here to talk about. I don't know why I was filming this far out, but it is what it is. Going over the bridge here, that's a road. Oh, and then we skipped over to Lancaster now. Two running tracks in the middle. We've got two bay platforms on the other side. I came back down south, sat on the other side on purpose. I've got a few bits of footage from that. As you see, there's a platform around the back which you can actually still go through the station on, and it's not a bay platform. I don't know why it's set out the way it is, but yeah, that's that really. There's not too much to say about Lancaster. It's definitely not changed much. There's a lot more scaffolding there. They're doing up the station at the moment. I'm sure there won't be on the Just Trains route. Now leaving Lancaster, we've got one landmark on this side. Again, all the landmarks on the other side. I purposely sat on this side on the way up north for a very good reason. Just leaving Lancaster now. There's quite a higher bridge just coming up. You'll see it in a moment after all this foliage. Come on. I have got to note that the 802 acceleration was beautiful. It was very fast, and we are. Oh no, that tricked me then. The end of the tree line. Here we go. Here's the bridge. So these are all like new housing developments. They obviously won't be in. And that fence is higher than I remember. But I'll just lift the phone up. There we go. Not by much. There's not much you can really see, but I think that's quite a big landmark for the railway in Lancaster. Coming out of here, banking on the other side, there's not the best housing estate, but here we are going along the west coast. This is between Carnforth and Oxenholme. This is the usual site you'll see along the route. It's quite a nice run. Just greenery, grass, especially or you're going through the lakes. Quite a few cuttings. I don't know if that was a road beside the train line then as well. Lots of fields. The thing is, I never see anything growing in these fields. They just seem to be fields. There's a few cows and that sort of stuff, sheep. Unless they're just animals. But yeah, you cross the... I think that's the M6 quite a few times, but I do not know whether or not that will be in the route. I'm trying to think of when the M6 was built. I'm trying to think exactly when railways set the Just Trains the route. Again, there's not much to really say about this stretch of line. We'll soon cut over to a very nice landmark for me, going up and down the west coast. But while we're going through all the greenery, I'll just talk about TSW5 and give a very brief overview. Route hopping, nice feature, no one asked for it. There was station hopping, nice feature, no one asked for it. New map, nice feature, something I've wanted but didn't know I wanted, fair enough. I'll take that. Sorry, yeah, I'll stop there. Coming into Oxholm, again, I don't think this has changed very much. This is where the Windermere line branches off. That's behind us, you'll see that later on again, I think. Maybe. I've got quite a bit of footage, so we'll go through it all. Oxholm Lake District. As you see, again, I don't think it's changed a whole lot. There's a lot of reflection on that window, I'm sorry about that, there's not much you could do. Yeah, the sun wasn't in the best of places. Leaving Oxenholme here, if I remember correctly, there's a little bus depot. Oh, let's drop the phone. Yeah, there's a little bus depot. I think it's either this one or Penrith. I think it's going to be Penrith, actually, thinking about it. So yeah, we're going out of Oxenholme. You just saw there was a repeater. I don't think they were in the 1970s or 80s. The little banner repeater. But yeah, the bus depot's not here, it's the next one, I think. Again, there's not much here, so I'll just start talking about TSW 5 a bit more. So, TSW 5. We don't need a new game every year. Nice feature that it's free for a month. I think it should be a bit longer. Yeah, it is where it is. I think it's mainly just for people to upgrade, but I've brought the deluxe edition, and I'll say why soon. But in the video, in the announcement, they said we're listening to your feedback and we're doing features that you want in the game. Now, as long as I have lived, almost, people have been, even Train Sim Classic, people have always been begging for multiplayer. Bring multiplayer to the game, please. It's what people want. I'm not going to keep banging on about multiplayer, just bring it to the game, listen to the people. No one has shut up about it for years and years and years, and it'll be an amazing addition to the game. Now, I don't think they will. I don't know why. I really do not know why, but there's not much I can really say about it apart from it's something that we'd want. I'm trying to think of any of the other features now. Guard mode, yes, of course, absolutely amazing feature. Can we have it in more routes, please? We need more consistency with these new features in other routes. I know it's coming to Great Western Express. What are the other routes? It's coming to West Coast Main Line South. Antelope Valley, was it Antelope Valley? That new American route, I'm not giving it much thought. And that new German route. And on about the American and German routes. The reason I've brought Deluxe Edition. Now, I just buy the if the 390 in the West Coast Main Line South came in the same sort of bundle together for £30, I'd just get that and upgrade with the free edition. But it didn't. So obviously I went for the deluxe edition. Plus they are releasing it on the 12th, which is great. You know, I'm happy with that. But also I get to explore the German routes and the American route, where I would never have thought of buying them, because I've just got no interest in the American and German stuff. With the future announces, we've got that Cardiff route, the Cardiff network. That looks, you know, the make or break on that one will be what stock comes with it. Because if it's just a 150-2, no. The Netherlands route, I might actually buy that just to have a look. We'll see though, for closer to the time. Then we've got that Japanese route. I'm quite keen on buying that, you know. Again, it's something different. Especially if stuff like this has got guard mode as well. And they've not announced guard mode for the West Coast Main Line Over Shap. They've not really told us that they're releasing guard mode for the Cardiff network. So I'm quite intrigued. I'm assuming they'll just announce it close to the time. I hope it's all got guard mode, because it's going to be a very interesting feature. Just on to the preview stream of the West Coast Main Line South. People seem very, very disappointed, and I can't say I'm disappointed. I was watching it on the way back from Edinburgh a day before I filmed this, and it looks alright. The 350 looks alright. It's not got any branding, fair enough. We've just passed a Royal Mail train now, and I'll get onto that. Yeah, it's got no branding. DTG can't do much about that at the moment, fair enough. That's L and WR's choice. We'll leave them to it. See if they can sort something out with that. Hopefully they can. That doesn't bother me too much. I see it's bothered quite a few people, unfortunately. People have been saying stuff about the OHLE. Now, I weren't looking close enough, but it is sort of an immersion killer. Again, not so much that I wouldn't drive the route, but it's definitely something that makes me go, okay, alright. Maybe, you know, to me that's something that definitely needs fixing. I think we're just pulling into Penrith on the video now, so I'm just going to stop myself, I think. I've stopped myself. Again, there we go over the M6. I'm not sure if that'll be in. So yeah, we are definitely just about to pull into Penrith. Yes. So I don't know if the M6 is going to be in there. Does anyone know the build date of the M6? I should have done my research before I even recorded this. But yeah, here we are. Penrith. We've got the car park. That's Network Rail actually, I think. That's not a car park, is it? That's B&Q. Oh dear. Oh dear. Come on. We'll get there eventually. Halfords. I don't think they're going to be in the game. Same with Aldi. Just have a feeling that's not going to be there. Again, Penrith has got 3 platforms. I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. Interrupted by an advanced Pendolino. We'll get onto them later. Yeah, I'm not sure if it will have 3 platforms in the game, because I don't know if it had 3 platforms in the 1970s. I know the 3rd platform's never really used anyway. Yeah, this is definitely Penrith. Look at that over-engineered bridge. That bridge won't be in the game, I can assure you that. But apart from the bridge, again, I don't think there's been much change to Penrith. They're all nice little stations on this section, don't get me wrong. But they've not changed in about 30-40 years, really. Surely not. Here we are, we're leaving Penrith. Again, not too much to say, apart from there is a bus depot here, I know full well. Ah, you can see the top of one there. There you go. Told you. But yeah, that's about it for Penrith, really. Until we're going on the way back, and I'll show you a bit more then. But let's get on to some of the other things about Train Sim World 5 and the routes. I mentioned before that a postal train passed us. I really, really, really hope for a gameplay pack with the 325, and then with the 325, because the 325's already got the modelled cab from the 465. Don't forget that. And you can get the sounds off 319. So them two together, I would not mind. I would not say no to a 319. We need more older EMUs. Here we are coming to Carlisle, and I really, really do not know whether this has changed now. I think these sirens were used back then. I can't imagine them not being used. But they're unelectrified as well. I don't know what they were used for. I don't know, just stable trains up there. Every time I've come up and down there, I've seen one train in them actually. Maybe not them exact ones, but close enough. It was a 20, I believe. Yeah, top until 20. There we are going. This is where the Settle Carlisle and the what route is it? It goes to Newcastle. That one comes on. The Carlisle Newcastle line, and behind us is where the Barrow line comes on as well. Well, Lancaster, Barrow, round the coastline, Whitehaven. Again, there's not too much to this side of Carlisle. Now, I'll mention it on the way back about the elephant in the room about Carlisle, because there's nothing saying that Kingmore Depot will be in the game. I really hope it is, but I just don't know, because it looks like there's, from the pictures, it looks like there's a fair bit of freight stock, but there was something talking about the model signal boxes, and there was nothing at Kingmore, but I don't know whether or not there would have been a signal box at Kingmore back in those days. So coming to Carlisle, the station is absolutely beautiful. It's not the biggest station, but the roof is lovely. It's I'm fairly sure it was recently renovated as well. Or is that the bridge? The bridge is lovely as well. Again, I don't think it'll be exactly like this in Train Sim World. You've also got the back end of the station, which you'll probably see a bit of later on. But here we are, we're showing a bit more of Carlisle station. It is a nice station. There's, again, 2 running lines through the station. But I'm pretty sure back in when the route's set, there was avoiding lines around Carlisle. I have to think. I'm not entirely sure. Says the extra 2 bay platforms for ScotRail services. I'm pretty sure the original Train Sim World Over Shap, no, the original Train Sim Over Shap had Gretna Green, that line. I can't remember where it goes now. No, it's not Dumbarton. Dumfries, that's it. I'm pretty sure it had that. So again, there's not much coming out of Carlisle. I filmed this just in case Kingmore was modelled. Not sure whether or not it is. The video skip in a moment to going past Kingmore going south, and you'll see a few bits there. Skip. Come on, skip. It'll skip in a minute. I put all my footage together from the day, but I didn't think to cut it back a bit. I'm doing a voiceover if you didn't know. I mean, if you didn't know then, yeah. But I thought I was going to skip a lot sooner. This is quite embarrassing now. That's a wall. Yeah. There's not much to Carlisle whatsoever. honestly, I don't know when you guys have ever been there, but I think we went there once and caught a bus to the DRS depot open day. It wasn't amazing fun, really. But no, that's kind of harsh to say. It was alright. It was too busy to be fun, though. Okay, oh, there we go, it skipped. I'm surprised it got to that point. So, just through these trees, you'll see Kingmore Depot. Now, some of it's electrified, some of it isn't. I don't know exactly what locos are coming with the West Coast Main Line over Shap. I know the 87's coming, I'm pretty sure the 47's coming with it. I think something was said about an 08. There's a 66, there's a 70. It's a big yard, it is. There's another 66 there. Again, this is present day and we're on a 397 now, so it's a bit more tricky to film on these because I can't like rest my phone on the 156, that's a Scottish service. Can't rest my phone on the bottom properly. Yeah, so we've passed Kingmore, the main depot now, but we've also got the DRS depot. I do not know if this depot was set in this route, the like back in the 70s, 80s. The DRS one, I'd have no idea when it was built. Again, I'd have to do my research, but again, if someone can tell me, that's even better. Just going past it now, as you see, there's a lot of 68s, 88s, 66s. Other side. I'm pretty sure there's some Mark 2s on it as well. Yeah, just there. Oh no, they're not. Never mind, that must be the day after. Yeah, I have no idea whether or not that depot was there in the 50s, Jesus, go back a bit, 70s or 80s, because I never, well, I wasn't here in the 70s or 80s. Going over a bridge here, don't ask me the name of it, don't have a clue. But yeah, I filmed this in hopes that Kingmore would be added to West Coast Main Line over Shap. Just as we're coming to Carlisle again, I forgot where I were with this West Coast Main Line South and Trains World stuff. 325 would be a great addition, 319 would be an amazing addition. We need more older EMUs in the game. I know DCG were on about trying to set it in London Midland times, like the Train Sim Classic one. We've still got to see what's going on about that. I know there was something, I know DTG did say something about someone trying to contact London North Western Railway about the branding issue. Just don't contact them. Leave it to the professionals. Like, again, I'm not so bothered whether or not it is or isn't in there. I'm sure there'll be someone nice enough to mod it in. As we've seen stuff like this with the Island Line 2022, the 484. They couldn't get the branding for it from South Western Railway, so they did. Well, obviously, Rivet Games did their own little branding, and then someone added the proper branding not long after, and I'm sure we'll see that with the 350 as well. I have no worries about someone doing that, because the modding community for Train Sim World is surprisingly big, even though it's not the most moddable game. It's good. I like the community. The community for Train Sim World is way better than what Train Sim Classic used to be, I think. Anyway, again, right, here we are coming to Carlisle. We've got the other side now, a view of the other side. Now, there's a 57 and HTT wagons which must have been stored there for about a month. As you can see, there's a platform on the back. There's a few of like lines around the back, and there's another like siding around the back. There's them two lines in the middle of the station, and then you've got the other platform we were coming in on last time. I don't think that pumpkin will be there. The shop, not an actual pumpkin. Definitely won't be there. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the shops. So again, we're just leaving Carlisle now. Nice grand station. We've got the bay platforms over there for the coastal stuff. It'd be quite interesting to see whether the AI for the sort of Carlisle, the Newcastles and the Coast will be in the game. Siren, shut up. Also, if the AI for the Scottish stuff will be in there, because I don't know what to use. Possibly a 101, but I don't know. I just do not know. As you see there's a building that says, what's that, LWF's goods shed. I've been past it that many times and seen it and thought, oh, it looks like old railway. And it quite probably is, but I've never properly read it, so I was just looking at this video then. I don't know what the history of that is. I'm sure someone can tell me if they bother to watch this fight with 25 minutes into the video. Yeah, you're going to have a bit of shoddy camera, more shoddy than going on the way up. I don't know if you've ever been on a calf unit, but they don't have suspension, let me tell you. Here we go, that's where the coastline goes off to Whitehaven, Barrow and back into Lancaster. They look like allotments. Yeah, they are. Yeah. Again, I don't know how different the scenery is going to be for the West Coast Main Line back in them days. Here we are, we're coming into Oxenope. I've missed Penrith out, obviously. Here's Oxenope, and we've been ruined by a 390. Yeah, there we go. So that's the Windermere train there. That's where the Windermere line goes, on the third platform. I'm assuming there'll be AI included for that as well, up to Oxenholme. Leaving Oxenholme is a beautiful sunset. I'm sure UE4 engine will do amazing with the sunsets. It usually does. There's an engineering side in there as well, which I found quite weird. Again, I don't know if that would be right in the 70s or 80s in the route, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm also pretty sure there's a passing loop just out of view. Oh, maybe not. Alright, it might have been a bit further back. But yeah, again, we'll cut back. This is Carnforth. So you've got Steamtown over around the back, and that's where the coastline goes off from Carlisle that we've just seen. So this, I know, is going to be modelled. I don't know if you'll be able to go in there. Hopefully there'll be some steam rail tours. Absolutely looks brilliant. I love seeing what old stock is in there. So here we are. I've got the footage now from Carnforth all the way down to Lancaster and all that. I don't think I've got much more to say on Train Sim World 5. I know everyone's made a video about Train Sim World 5 getting the views in. I thought I'd do the same bit, but also with nice scenery in the background as well. Yeah, I don't know whether everyone's watched the roadmap stream or have heard things from other people, but Train Sim World 5 has got a much better selection of routes than Train Sim World 4 did. People asked for the East Coast Main Line. DCG went, oh, let's make the most boring part of the East Coast Main Line possible. Alright, nice one. Thanks, DCG. The train included. Whew, yeah, happy with that. The line. I think I've driven it like twice in a hole. So yeah, it's not the most fun, the East Coast. I'm much more of a West Coast guy anyway. Also, you see my phone's like flat on the window now. There was too much of a reflection because it was going darker outside, and I didn't want to get the reflection of the lady sat across from me because it was, again, it was quite a busy train from Edinburgh. Here we go. Here's Hest Bank. Quite a nice little. I think this is the closest the West Coast gets to the coast. There's a crossing. Beautiful signal box. And there goes the coast. Hope you enjoyed that. Oh no, just got a little glimpse of it there. There you go. Beautiful sunset, I've got to say though. Look at that. Oh, bit of camera action. Ah, here we go. Here's where the curve goes round to Morecambe from Carnforth, and you'll see the curve from Lancaster to Morecambe in a minute. I didn't go down that line because I didn't have enough time. I just went up to Edinburgh and back. I had 2 hours in Edinburgh. Nice city. Here we go, so here's the curve from the more used curve from Morecambe. There is another station called Bear Lane. There's a very annoying level crossing there, and that's about it really. Then you got Morecambe. I don't know if Haysham's included. It would be very nice if it is, but oh, here we go. Here's the bridge into Lancaster again. Again, beautiful view, beautiful, beautiful. New housing. I think it's all student accommodation. It looks like it on that side anyway. Then again, I won't know. Coming to Lancaster, we'll see the other platforms in one moment. I will speak too soon. Here we go. So here's 2 bay platforms coming in just for they use them for the Morecambe lead services which turn around here. Well, some do. I think there's 1 or 2 a day that use the Morecambe to Carnforth curve. There you go. I think that was a Morecambe service. It's weird seeing 158s on it. It always used to be 150s and 142s. Or 144s. Yeah, things change. Here we go. Lancaster Station, full of scaffolding. I don't actually know what they are doing with Lancaster. 1 minute, let me have a drink. Mouth's dry. But the only thing I know about Lancaster is that a lot of people get them and don't pay. And there's a Greggs around the corner. Don't think that'll be modelled either. You might have a bit of shoddy camera work here. Actually, I'm thinking about the service pattern on West Coast Main Line over Shap, because I have no idea what it used to be like back then. But I know there's a few services a day that don't call at Lancaster. Will we have intercity services that just go straight through the middle? That would be quite cool. Definitely. I'm trying to think of what else is on my mind now about this route. I've seen pictures of 31s, 47s, 40s, 87s, 142s and 101s. A vast selection of locos. I need to still buy the 31. I'm sure that'll be, I think that's the last train for my UK collection as well. I'm going to have to see if there's a sale on. I hope there is. So this is just coming out of Lancaster now. Again, not much to say. It's on a curve. I don't know what line limit is, but I know you won't be getting more than 110. Because that's the fastest the 87 should go. I'm sure someone will get it faster. And I'm also quite intrigued on how they're going to make the 87 work. So I've heard there's a German loco with the same controls where it's sort of like a click, click, higher power. You just look at the one on Train Sim Classic, the 87, and you'll see the control if you don't know already. I'm quite intrigued on how they're going to do that. So here we go. I was talking about that fella who did a video before of the Blackpool branches just coming out of this far, and he said something about that factory. And I've only noticed it since he said something about it. And again, if I see that YouTuber, I'll put him in the comments or whatever. Because it was an interesting video. And now I'm going to do some absolute crap camera work to try and show you this big church with the massive spire. But all you can see is that drinks trolley, which is just buggered off. And the fact that the church isn't there yet. So I'm pointing the camera back down and then miss the church. So we're going back into familiar territory now anyway with Blackpool. Thanks, train. Yeah, we're going back into familiar territory with Blackpool branches. Also, what do you guys think of the 390? I heard that they couldn't record the motors for it, so they've had to make sounds for it. It didn't sound bad on the preview live stream. I know we've still got another one to go on the 11th. Oh, here we go. And I missed the church. There we go. Back into our territory. Here are the sidings which get used by Northern. Don't think there'll be a 331 or 195 included in this route. Just a suspicion. Yeah, this will all be the same as Blackpool branches, I could imagine. That sunset's astonishing though. Look at that. yeah, that's all I've really got to talk about, Preston. Yeah, it seems to be off to a rocky start, does Train Sim World, but I'm hoping it does get better, because this is the first Train Sim World update where I thought, wow, okay, nice, instead of just another one. Like, what did Train Sim World 4 actually bring to the table? There goes my phone, slanted, there we go, we're back. Yeah, Train Sim World was quite a disappointing update. Train Sim World 3, I didn't even buy it until it was on some sale. That was Cross City, Cross City a bit boring. Yeah, the West Coast Main Line South is definitely a great choice. People are also sad about it only going to Milton Keyes. It is what it is for me. I'm getting 2 other routes with it as well, and 2 other trains. 1 other train. Yeah, the Flix train. The Shrek train. And for the price, I brought it for, I think it was 53 quid, deluxe edition. So it's not all bad, really. I'd have preferred it if it went to Rugby. I know there'd be less of a service, but it's better. More route. I know they struggled with the timetable, but it looks to be a great timetable. Anyway, I think that's where we're going to leave. Do have a nice rest of your day. If you have watched through this video of me rambling about crap for the past 30 minutes, well, good on you. Until next time, thanks, and I hope you enjoyed the thoughts of a casual Train Sim World player. See you in a bit, bye bye.